Welcome to another episode of Media Sandwich. I don't know what episode we're on, but I'm sure it's got to be 20, 21, something like
Somewhere
that.
way up there.
Oh, man.
Ooh, we've been hanging out there for a while. You're not tired of us yet?
Don't make them question. Please hang out with us a little more.
Yes, thank you for joining us here with this anarchy of entertainment.
Of course, I'm Toaden, Toaden K, youtube.com/Toaden K or Toaden.com.
And I am Crazy Mark, also Mark Monster at crazymark.com.
I figure if you say Crazy Mark, we should have a little...
Yes, we need the laugh box going on. So, what's in our sandwich today, Toaden?
Well, something that everyone they want a lot of, but they don't always get it, and when you do get it, it confuses you, and that's comments. Dealing with comments.
Okay, I thought you were talking about choosing different kinds, but comments. Yeah, that really does.
Comments, condiments. They both come in many different flavors. I recently, just this weekend, actually, I did a panel called "Idiot's Guide to Commenting." We're not going to rehash that, but
this was over at UMACon, right?
Yes, this was at UMACon. Gigantic, huge anime convention. There should be some video up now. There's going to be 2 videos. The 360 hopefully is already up, and the other video, if you're watching this the day it came out, it's probably not up yet, but it will be out. So, hey, if you're, when you're watching this, just check it if you're curious about UMACon. Gigantic cosplay con. Gigantic. Met people from Greece, Germany, all over the world to come to this anime convention.
Oh, that was his first year. Last year was my first year, and I'll tell you, it was huge.
Yeah, I think it was 25,000 people the year you went. This year, it went down a little bit. I think it was 19,000 was the reported numbers.
Well, that's because last year it happened on Halloween.
Exactly. I don't go to cons on Halloween, so that's why I don't normally go to UMACon. I'm usually on vacation.
Dude, it was off the hook. UMACon 15 was off the hook.
I go on vacation on Halloween. I do so many events. I go on so many zombie events when Halloween comes around. I'm done. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Cedar Point. I'm going to go to some haunted houses. I'm done with conventions. To me, conventions equals work.
Oh man! Oh, see that's the thing. I go there and it turns into Partyville. But the thing is, we over at UMACon, you had this panel. You were talking about Idiot's Guide to what?
Idiot's Guide to Commenting. Now, I don't want to rehash the panel.
Okay.
But there were some things that we talked about and that you're going through for a channel that you're moderating.
Oh, yeah, moderating all different kinds of messages. And as I can attest as being Mark Monster, a.k.a. Crazy Mark, and all that other stuff, moderating is one of those things you got to do when you're maintaining a profile and an image for whether it's someone you work with or someone you try to represent, just so no one gets in trouble. I mean, is this where that went with the Idiot's Guide panel?
There is some of that, but to me, the bigger thing with moderating your comments, it's also to keep your interaction up. I mean, yes, there's several different ways to look at this. There's the business side, which a lot of businesses don't interact with their comments unless they feel like there's a real need to, but a lot of them won't even spend the time. But when an independent creator, the interaction is what gets people to know you. Like, oh wow, this person is real.
Oh yeah.
So getting your interaction up is huge. It brings you up in searches more, because that way algorithms work, especially on YouTube. The more interaction you have, the more chances you have of appearing higher in the searches, because that's one of the things they go off of the algorithm. So yeah, it's a way to get to know your audience. Another way for your audience to get to know you. A way for you to answer questions without taking time on video. And just it's just precious interaction. I love leaving comments comics.
That helps too, yeah.
Yeah, leaving comments is
I got a comic here for you.
Yeah, it's a great way to get your name out there. Or at least it used to be a great way. Now it's almost like I'm just another now so many people are kind of absorbed in their own channel. Like, even if they only have like 50 subscribers, you comment on their channel, they'll reply to you, but they won't check out your channel. In the old days,
yeah,
it was, dude, you comment on me, I'm going to go check you out. If you have videos, I'm going to comment on you. I don't get that much
That's
anymore.
the spirit that a lot of people are looking for out there. A lot of peeps online. And I realized that also when I got back onto YouTube, was that the community had become much more integrated, responsive, and participatory. Yeah. And peeps, they come over saying, hey, that was a great video. Then I go over and say, yeah, your video rocks. And then I share the video. And, you find more, believe it or not, you'll find more community like that. And I found more community like that over on YouTube and not exactly on Facebook,
What's the point of community if it's only one way? It makes if all I'm doing is comment on your videos, yes, if I really like your content, I'm going to keep doing it. But if I'm trying to reach out and we're trying to collab, if you tell me to shout you out on my videos, but you don't even watch my videos, where is the community there? You just, that's as human beings, we're very selfish. And if you ever want to disrupt a community, make it a monetary system. Put money in there. And now we're in 5, 6, 7 years of money in YouTube, and we see that a whole lot more. Yeah, we're getting really off topic with that, but that does disrupt the community to a point. There's still a ton of community there.
We're talking monetization now. That's a whole nother well and a whole nother ocean. But I'll tell you, responding on YouTube, I've been really active on Instagram, really doing a lot of responding back and forth. I'll go in and like a bunch of things and say, hey, I love that lizard there. I'm going to share it on what is it, on Twitter, and by the way, we still hope that Vine is up, okay? Don't get rid of Vine, okay? Okay. But otherwise, when you get those messages in, I mean, I know, okay, cool, this is, we'll respond to these, and then somebody asks a question about something, and you want to keep it on the level so that it doesn't offend anyone, but you want to stay in a character that is realistic.
See, I'm not a character. I'm myself when I'm responding to comments. I know in some of the channels you moderate, it's a character. Yeah. And that makes sense. Since I'm not representing anybody other than myself on my channel, I don't have to be a character. I could just be me. However, sometimes I'm way more sarcastic than I should be. I mean, if you go back to some of my older videos and see some of my earlier comments, the way I talk to people, it's not that I'm out of line. It's just people. I've had friends that gone through.
Darn those millennials!
And read them because they want to see how I respond to negative comments, and they would laugh. You get so many people calling you this, calling you that, and I just going right back into it.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you got to pass gas to get a rise out of the groups, and then all of a sudden, then you get more peeps sending in Q&A, and then all of a sudden, I mean, how do you handle the hate mail, though?
See, I don't think I get a lot of hate per se. Like like one person said, I hate this video, I hate you, you're horrible, everything here is terrible, all yada yada yada. And I looked at his videos, it was a kid.
That's a lot. So you got a lot of adverbs and adjectives thrown at you, right?
Right. And
dude.
And I'd done this more than once, and one of the first times I did, I had the biggest reaction. I wrote down, it's okay. Are you first? I want to know if you are okay, because this might be a cry for attention. I don't know. I just want to make sure you are okay, and you realize that you're talking to a bunch of people. People are here. People are reading it. but I'm worried about all this negativity. And I got a personal message back from one of these people I connect to, and they were telling me, look, I'm sorry, I just had something I had to get out. I was letting off steam. This was going on in my life. This is going on in my life.
Okay, so you're playing the online psychologist thing, and all of a sudden you're like
interesting.
Professor Toaden over here, like yes, okay, everybody feel the love in the room. Everybody, yes.
Thing that happened there was, now we're, I held no animosity, but I've had several people that legitimately didn't like videos and gave me legitimate critique and not liking it, and I would talk to them, and they would go watch other videos.
Okay.
And I'm fine with that. If you want to hate on all my videos, at least you're hating on all my videos and not one.
I'm going to give you some thumbs down and go look at your competitor's video. Dude.
I don't mind getting thumbs down.
Well,
that's interaction. Well, thumbs down is still interaction. Let's talk about some of the other interesting comments, because I've had comments that blew my mind. Like, I don't know why I got these comments. Like, I did we've talked about some of the Nerf videos I did in the past. Not a Nerf channel.
Okay.
Nothing against Nerf. It's just I used Nerf for a couple videos. I was lucky enough to work with someone that had a ton of Nerf guns, and we were able to make this thing that went just gigantic. Never thought I would get more than 250 views. It's got millions and millions of views now. And
Nerf.
Yeah, that's one that
I give homage to the Nerf.
And because of that, that was one that was given to me. But at the time, I had no Nerf guns, and I still get comments saying, "Give me Nerf guns. I want Nerf guns. You have Nerf guns.
Give me Nerf guns. Give me Nerf guns or give me death."
You have so many Nerf guns. Why can't you give me one? I don't have that many. And as he's trying to prove me wrong now,
dude, what you don't see off camera is like another 100 of these.
No,
just messing. Just yeah.
Feed the trolls, please.
No, there's not too many of these.
Yeah, and that was from a lot that actually bought, and there's actually a video of me buying that. But the funny thing is. Well, not the funny thing. One of the horrible things is that there's been multiple kids that not only say, "Give me Nerf guns."
Give me Nerf guns.
They drop their address in the public comments.
You're lucky that Toaden is not going to stalk you with a Nerf gun.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, one time I saw it and I couldn't figure out how to delete it on my mobile, and I ran, and I borrowed someone's computer or something like that. I ran to delete that thing as fast as I could, and I also tried to communicate to the person or their parents or whoever's email it was. I mean, it's scary. One person even didn't include all the information. They didn't include like the state or state or zip code.
And that's our message to all you out there listening or viewing the video.
Message. The message is not to include your state and zip code. Don't drop addresses.
Yeah, don't. That's what I was going to say, Toad. Listen, hear me out. Yeah. Don't go responding to, messages or anything of that nature with your address and phone numbers. Like, give this to me, send it to me, blah, 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 blah. Anonymity is the jewel of the web, and keep it that way.
Without having their zip code and state, I was still able not only to find the house, like I just put it in. I got pictures from realty sites of the house.
Okay.
And the person that posted did have videos, and I was able to match up the houses. Now, keep in mind, I already deleted the comment. This was out of my own curiosity. Like, if I left this on, could people find him? And the answer was absolutely yes. They could have found him in under 3 minutes.
Michael Myers right there.
Just a simple Google search.
Be careful.
They could have found him.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Confidentiality, you got to watch out there, folks. Remember, and girls, never go online with your real name. Call yourself something like Blue Sunflower.
And it's harder and harder to do that. Like, days where we started, it was you were expected to be anonymous to a degree.
Yes.
Now it's harder to do that with the advent of Facebook and and then LinkedIn, and even Google to a point wants you to use your real name for things, and that's so they can market to you with advertising.
Now you got to find a way to avoid that. The whole thing about the internet, once again, is confidentiality. You've got to retain that confidentiality, even if you go to those goofy dating sites, like, okay, let's meet in the park after dark. No way, folks. And once again, as a moderator, I'm going to tell all you out there leaving comments, do not leave your address or your phone number. Do not even use your real name.
Because, well, see, the thing with your real name is now now you have to have your real name on Facebook. And if you are doing this anywhere professionally, having your real name out there is kind of a must now. And it's horrible. 10 years ago, it wasn't that way at all. But your real name is out there. My real name is out there.
Yeah.
It's, most professionals I know, it's honestly the ones that don't put their real name out there, people look at them really funny, and even I look at some of them funny. It's like, you know what? You would actually have more sponsors making more money and be able to do more things if you did put your real name out there. And I'm not telling people to do either or. You have to figure out what's best for you.
Well, yes, that's the thing. Let's put your real name out there, and then all of a sudden, sure, you'll make more money, but of course, you're going to use that more money to pay for the new car that some stalker just blew up.
You're not that in danger of a stalker. As long as you're safe.
I've been stalked, dude.
Be safe. I've been stalked too, and that's why I am careful. I do announce where I'm going if it's a public thing. If it's a public thing, I will announce where I'm going. But there was one person that went to a film screening. I've done many film screenings, and there was one person who went to a film screening to meet me, and I told them in advance, look, I'd love to see you. I'd love to talk to you, but I can't really hang out with you.
All right.
I'm going to be there with the group. We're pretty much just going to watch the movies. We're going to do a Q&A. I'll have a few minutes to go around and network, but that's pretty much it. And they end up wanting to go to dinner with the group. They wanted to do a bunch of other things, and it's like it was a little scary. Luckily the person wasn't insane.
Yeah, you have your wits about you there.
But you could, it could have went a very different way. And, I've been in situations where I've known where it was likely to go another way. And that's why I'm very careful. Like, look, this is what I'm doing at this event. And there's plenty of events where I'm like, look, if you find me, talk to me. I'm, on my website, you can see what events I go to.
Yeah.
If there's an event where I'm not comfortable talking to people, I don't put it up there. I go to a ton of concerts. I go to a ton of other places. I don't put everything up on the website. If it's on the website, that is a pretty much thumbs up to come find me and talk to me.
Toaden on the go. Yes, indeed.
Right.
It's the same thing. If you go to the crazymark.com website, you're going to see where Crazy Mark is going to show up. Mark Monster, one of the menagerie of puppet friends, that kind of thing. But by the same token, we're not going to tell you from where we were to get to that event, and at the same token, we don't expect any of you to tell us where you are from. We're keeping it confidential here. When we meet up in a public place, true, it's a good form of community, a good way to get together. But once again, back to the maintaining of messages and moderating. Now, Toaden, it gets real sticky in some situations where you have to keep face of who you're moderating for. Do you?
I got a good story for you. This is a story I don't know if I've ever shared it on this podcast, but I've shared this story many times before. I do have a video of people getting RFID implants. This took place at PenguinCon 2015. A guy came up to me and said, "Hey, look, I want footage of me getting my first RFID chip."
Where did they put it?
In his hand. So he got like right over here, somewhere in his hand.
Right in there, so you can.
We're pointing to the meat of the thumb, somewhere in his hand area. And so I did that. I did not put that in because normally I do a 3-minute wrap-up video, a bunch of cosplay and everything. I did not put that in there.
Yeah.
Because I was a little iffy about the needle, and I knew it would be controversial.
Ooh,
so I made it its own video. Something short, something sweet, something very targeted to that demographic.
Okay.
What I didn't expect, I expected some controversy.
Okay, yeah.
I did not expect people leaving literal books, and they didn't all get And some they went straight to the spam folder, and I didn't approve them. But literal books talking, basically people that need legitimate help. People saying they got chipped against their will, and they hear voices, and doctors can't find anything in them.
Yeah, sounds
it's very sad situations. And then the other group that was commenting were religious groups that were taking it as a religious sign. I don't want to go too... Yeah, exactly. And... some people are like, dude, no, it's not. It's this. And it's just arguments that would not end. It was just a circle of conversation. Some of the people I said, okay, this conversation is over. If you keep talking, I'm going to delete this thread because it's just a circle. You guys,
how long did that
I love
thread
you guys.
go on?
You guys are wonderful, but...
How long did it go on? How long was the thread? Did it go on for days, weeks, months? Oh, that's sweet,
People
man.
still comment on it.
Dude, man, you're talking about comments. They're getting attention on the web, man. It's like right there, All of a sudden, Alex Jones is visiting you, and, that's the cream of the crop, man. But anyway, back to moderating. Mm-hmm. This is awesome. You're moderating whenever you have a controversial video. You manage to keep it all within check and not going so way off to where... what happens when all of a sudden you have these different factions shouting and threatening each other on a thread? What do you do to them?
There's a couple different things you can do. One thing that I think everyone should do to help prevent bullying is what you can do is you can actually set your comments to where if someone says certain words or phrases, it automatically goes to spam. And then you can moderate that later. We all know certain, a lot of the bullies say the same thing, so you put those in the words that the system will automatically look for.
They say a bunch of 4-letter expletives, and that's it.
Yeah. One thing I've learned that has able to eliminate it, I'll actually just delete the last couple. Someone will put up something new, and I'll delete it.
Okay.
Even if they get an email telling them that what the person said, they'll go back there and they'll see that it's no longer there. Why did you erase it? And I'll erase that. And if you do that, then it pretty much cuts it. Or I could cut the entire thread. I could hide the thread.
Because we're here
there's ways you can end things, or you can just talk to them you could just be very honest and be like, okay, I feel like this thread is over. You guys are going in a circle.
It's true.
Doesn't mean they're going to listen to you.
These opinions are great, It's like, well, the facts from you are great, but the opinions that all these contributors and everyone, when they go online, it's a fantastic thing, and that's what it's all about, the free speech. But when you start bullying each other, that's when we have to pull the plug on you.
Doesn't happen that often. The super negative threads don't go on that much. There's times where people used to say things, and I would continue the thread because I want them to come back. I want them to continue talking. Now I don't have time like that anymore, so I might say they're like, oh, you are a horrible human being. Hey, thanks for watching, and that's it.
Oh, we value the golden poop. That's awesomeness. That's what I call
I used to do a whole lot more. Your video is gay. Really? My video has homosexual tendencies with other videos?
Woohoo!
How can you tell How can you tell video gender? I'm very curious about this.
It's like, all right, let's take our trip to I was going to say South Park, but no, Terrence and Phillip. I don't know how many times Terrence and Phillip have been on my boards that I've moderated, but then again, there's so many of them out there. Honestly, though, we love the comments. We love to see everybody participate. That's what it's all about. If you're not participating, then what the heck is it up there for?
Yes. So in ending, please participate. You could comment on this podcast either on YouTube if you want to see the video. You could comment on Podbean or wherever else you're hearing this, Pod Bros, Stitcher, any site where you're hearing this or watching this. You could comment on that. You could reach out to our individual Twitters. You could find all our contact information at Toaden.com and
crazymark.com.
So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching if you're watching, and I hope you enjoyed our conversation.